Hello and welcome back to the Ousel podcast today with a slightly different format. This half term has flown by. We've had lots of things going on and this podcast seems to be a bit last minute. Today we have segments from the Triple Entendre, Adam Rance and Tom Hayward. You'll be hearing our jingle at the moment. This is from George Gebhardt. George from the fourth form has created this jingle for us. If you want to enter some composed music, then email them as an MP3 to the official Ousel podcast email. That's ouselpodcast@gmail.com. Welcome, boys. Max and Charlie with me today.
Hello, how are you?
Boys, how was the first half of term for you guys? Max?
Well, participating in the Triple Entendre has got to be a highlight. It's always fun working with the boys, Nat and Wellesley. Yes, it's been great fun entering in a lot of drama. Rehearsals are just getting going for house drama, things like that. So it suits my interest.
Yeah, cool. And you, Charlie?
To be honest, this half term's been a bit mediocre. Many games been cancelled, so
Got beaten my eating, which is
shocking.
Okay, boys, let's get right into the first segment. We got the sports report with Tom Hayward and a very special guest.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Report with me, Thomas Hayward, and I'm delighted to be joined by Thomas Blytheman, the first team hockey captain, for an interview later on. But first, the Sport Report. This half-term has been a great start to the new year, with the first indoor hockey team qualifying for nationals as the regional champions. They got to the semi-finals and after a tense match were pipped to the post by the eventual national winners. But to finish as a top 4 indoor hockey team in England is a fantastic achievement. We will talk a little more about the nationals in the interview with Tom later on. Staying with hockey, well done to the under-16As as they won a thrilling game against Uppingham in the National Cup, eventually winning on penalty flicks. Good luck to them in the next round. In fact, we've had hockey success across the whole school. Tom, do you know how many of our hockey teams are unbeaten this season?
I wouldn't have a clue, but I'd hazard a guess about 80%.
Well, let me tell you, the first, second, 16B, 15C and the 14A are all unbeaten this half term. That's 5, with the under 15Cs not conceding a single goal. That's quite an impressive achievement. Congratulations to our junior squad team, which has secured the fastest school trial of the day at the Fuller's Heads of River Falls, for which they were awarded medals at the ceremony held at the Fuller's Brewery in London this term. We've also had table tennis success this term. Joshua Jagannathan, in 4th form, smashed his way to take the title in the table tennis county championships. He played outstandingly and now goes on to represent Bedfordshire in the national finals in April. Good luck, Joshua. Now into football. Congrats must go to the 15A, 16A, the under 18C teams for an unbeaten start to the season. Let's hope they can keep it up for the rest of the campaign. So, as promised, we are fortunate enough to have Tom Blytheman here with us today. Tom is the first team hockey captain and has very kindly agreed to come into the studio for an interview. So Tom, thanks for giving up your time. My first question is, your final year at Bedford School, have you enjoyed your sporting career here at the school?
Yeah, I've absolutely loved it, Tom. I've been here since year 3 and I've been playing sport since the beginning of time really, and every minute of it I've loved. Even the losses, the training in the cold, wet conditions from any sport really. Yeah, I've absolutely loved playing it.
Well, congratulations on the team's success in nationals. Hockey is your major sport, and with the first team in both the indoor and outdoor having very strong seasons so far, what do you think is the major component to your team's success?
Well, as a first team squad, we're all best mates, so we all get on really well with each other. And I think this camaraderie that we have together really drives us on. Everyone gets along with everyone, so we all want to do well for each other, and that allows us to pull out the performances that we do. And probably, I'm sure all the lads in the team would agree with me here that we do probably punch above our weight a little.
And you assisted in the opening of the new Astros at the Gordon Fields. How excited are you for the future of Bedford School hockey?
Oh, it looks brilliant, if I'm honest. You lot in the year 9, You boys are looking very sharp. I think. Did you qualify for nationals last year?
Yeah.
So we've got lots coming through. The 16s, as we mentioned earlier, they're looking good in their national competition, and I think the under 15s won too. So they're all looking good, and there's a lot to look forward to with the school hockey.
Thank you. What are your projections into the forthcoming year? And are you going to continue your passion of hockey after your time at school is over?
Yeah, so as a squad, unfortunately we just bowed out of the Independent Schools National Cup, losing to Repton 6-2. However, we're still in the England Schools competition, which is the more important one of the two to us. We always like to set out a projection that we'll go unbeaten at home and potentially even unbeaten in block fixtures. We'd like to try and really see how far we can get in this England hockey competition. It will be a tough challenge. There's some very good schools in there, but you never know what we can do in a cup competition. And then secondly, personally, on my hockey ambitions, I guess I'm going to look to keep playing. So I'll keep playing for club and then at university onwards and just see where it goes, to be honest.
And finally, what advice would you give to boys wanting to succeed at Bedford School Sport?
I'd say just throw your heart into it. Passion is a massive thing about Bedford School. There's a cliche saying that everything is for the eagle, and I would agree with that thoroughly. When you're out on the sports field, whether it's rugby, hockey or cricket, just giving 100%, you get what you put into anything. So effort into training, into your games will reap the rewards, and then you'll enjoy it a lot more when you're winning the games.
Thanks again, Tom, for coming in today, and good luck for the rest of the season and your final year at Bedford School. That's it for the sports report. It may have been a short half term, but Bedford School has seen success across the sporting board, so well done to all.
Thank you, Tom. Obviously, you both, Charlie, Max, you're both heavily involved in hockey at the school. How excited are you for the future of hockey in this school?
Well, I think our year's got a really strong year with, and as some coaches have said, we're the next bright spark of school.
Of course you are, Max, aren't you?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Well, I think we got a very, very tight unit. We've been playing with each other since year 6, and most of us, our squad has been at school since year 3, so we're a big tight unit. And got Josh Stewart, who plays like national hockey.
We're also very determined to get to the nationals again, seeing as we've been there twice, and we really just want to win because we have a really strong team, and we've had a
I mean, looking on from it, I'm obviously part of the hockey, but it seems as though you boys are really getting involved and feel as though, and they say, as I said in the interview just then, the year 9s, 10s, 11s, and they're all looking really good. So it looks like a strong couple of years ahead for hockey. The sports department got shortlisted for the TES Sport Awards for independent schools. Charlie, you do a lot of sport. Must be really good to know that you're getting support from the sports department here, with obviously some of the best in the country.
Yeah, the sports department's very good. Just picking up on that photo we saw on Twitter. Not happy with Mr. Mew for the brown shoes with the DJ.
Oh, so that's shocking. Pull yourself together.
Oh, yeah. Well, great from the sports department. Congratulations to them. We're going to move on to our next segment. Max, would you like to introduce the triple entendre?
Well, this is the triple entendre. It's the triple entendre. So we've got Samuel Wells. He's a special one, to say the least. He's always coming in. He's not very much of a script guy, so he'll just come in and say what comes to mind. So if there's anything that might seem a bit iffy in the piece, then that's probably from Samuel Wells. But yeah, Nat's always good fun to work with, and I just think it's a really tight knit group, and it's just great fun to get some teachers who are just great to work with.
Right, so here is the triple entendre speaking to Mr. Rooter. Enjoy.
Indeed on 1, 3, 2, 1.
Indeed!
It's the triple entendre. The triple entendre. It's the funk style, yeah. The triple entendre is the
Oh yes! Triple entendre! Triple entendre! Triple entendre! Oh yeah!
Yeah, Turkish delight, I'll knock out your light.
The name is Swells, ring any bells?
Pierce and Max, spitting these tracks.
Boom, wait, over to the sax.
Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, potentially girls. Welcome to the second Ousel podcast. This is Le Triple Entente.
Triple
reporting.
entente.
Yeah.
Triple entente.
It is. Let's see who we've got today. So obviously we've got the man himself, Pearson.
Name is Max.
Yep, he is. And then we've got Nathaniel over here. Nathaniel.
My name is Nathaniel.
It is. And myself. And today our special guest, Mr. Reuter. Hello there, sir.
Good afternoon, gents. How are we?
Now, Mr. Reuter.
So, sir, we have a few questions to ask you. First of all, why do you like rowing? Because what I heard about rowing was that it is a bunch of boys wearing bikinis in the freezing cold and getting constantly yelled at and asked, "How much do you erg? How much do you erg?"
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, yeah, that is relatively accurate, to be fair. And I'm normally the one doing the yelling. But the boys in bikinis is more of an abstract thinking line there, Max. Why do I like rowing? I think it was because ultimately it's one of those sports whereby you do more, you get better. And not many school sports you can do that. Some people are gifted, some people are talented. They have that natural ability. Whereas actually I think rowing is one of the very few sports where you do more, you get better. And for me, when I was at school, that was hugely important. And actually, I see it in the boys today. I see people in exactly the same situation in fourth form who just try hard and get significantly better.
But isn't it a mode of transport? So, say if you wanted to go to France or something, would you have to excel at your rowing abilities?
Okay, yeah, I mean, absolutely. It was a mode of transport, I'll give you that. But it's one of the very few Olympic sports which you can argue have been there since the beginning of the Olympic Games back in the 1800s. If you quote me some other sports, I'm sure I could tell you their lack of validity within the sphere of the Olympics, hockey for example.
Moving on. Sir, what was the funniest thing that ever happened to you in a work environment or that a student did?
It would probably have to be, we were watching a video on it was
Saucy.
some sort of not quite saucy, more of a plate eruption kind of earthquake disaster, much to what we're doing now in class. And one boy who should not be named decided to completely black out and faint in class. And
So I think you may have to name him now. You
no,
say
a different school can't name names. And
Bedford Modern?
He
It was
can't name
definitely
names. And he
Bedford
It's Bedford Modern.
Yeah, modern.
Yeah, modern.
Passed out and blacked out and completely fell over off his chair, much to the amusement of the entire class.
Is he assuming?
I'm a bit confused there, sir. So he was listening to your talk and blacked out.
That happens a lot often, to be fair. I mean, seeing as you in my lessons, Sam, you black out most of the time.
I'm normally asleep, not gonna lie, sir.
Doesn't know anything about those
So,
earthquakes.
sir, what is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you in a
We
work
just asked that
environment?
you too.
Alright, okay, cut that out. Cut
No,
that
we
out.
just asked the funniest thing.
Oh no. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
That was Max Pearson, by the way. So, what is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in a working environment, sir?
Have to probably be when my belt decided to have an absolute malfunction during a working
Love
day,
that.
and I was left without any ability to keep my trousers up.
Matt knows about that.
Fortunately, I had to pop into the drama department and raid their stores, and was able to basically masquerade myself out of some sort of prop to get through the rest of the day.
Okay. So, sir, talk to us about Margot Robbie.
Wow, how long have we got? We haven't got enough time. Ultimately,
Oh, sir. Sir, you're married. Come on.
I am absolutely, but as most married people will know, there's always that one free pass, that one individual free pass, and Margot Robbie is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of pretty much human evolution. That's probably my feeling summed up quite nicely on that one.
Okay, interesting, sir. Very nice.
Sir, what was it like working at BMS with all those animals?
Rascals.
Rascals, that's what I'm putting it. Very good. I actually enjoyed my time there quite a lot. Made a lot of good friends, sort of a large range of students, and actually got to know them very well over multiple camps and trips, and luckily managed to bring some of them, no names, Austin, brought over here. So that's always possible. Yeah.
Austin.
Now, sir, I'm afraid we all must make a confession to you.
Hand on the heart, hand on the heart.
Yeah, hand on the heart. This is.
They can't see you, Sam.
No, well, we could just do it
The
anyway.
power of radio.
Hand on the heart, the power of the radio. Yes. I must say, sir, to your complete disappointment. Yeah, speak to the mic. This is very emotional. I did not choose geography GCSE.
By what? Merciful heavens.
I didn't either, so.
Right.
Broken. So loss for us, but a big win for the history.
I don't know, Sam was asleep for most of the lesson this morning.
So I must say, I sound asleep. Your lessons are very fascinating for the first 5 minutes.
Don't forget that homework, you owe me.
Then the polo
yeah, I
city.
do, don't I?
Okay,
That will
so,
hopefully come tonight.
moving on. Word on the street is that the two of the geography and the history department, Mr. Rooter and Mr. Fisher, are in a bit of tender beef.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll just give you a bit of background. So a few weeks ago, our class came from geography to history, and Mr. Fisher went, "So, what did you just have?" So we replied, "Geography."
Yeah.
Mr. Fisher says, "You can't beat a bit of colouring in."
What?
Then after that stunning diss, he says, "In all fairness, I did geography at quite a high level. I did advanced colouring in." A few days later, after this astonishing event, of course, we felt obliged to tell Rooter.
So then, Rooter replied with what job opportunities does history have? But then the fish swims back to the surface with the splashback of, well, in actual fact, it offers the same as geography. Is there anything we missed out between this heated feud?
Not at all. I like to think of geography and history like the two sides of Germany divided by a nice barrier, a few minefields, a few thousand weapons, and I like to think of the corridor on the D floor as the Berlin Wall, a great barrier that divides us, but between some tender moments we can share some real peace and clarity. And history and geography, they're like yin and yang. One cannot live without the other, and forever will be intertwined in this never-ending cycle of both love and hate. And myself and Mr. Fisher respect both each other and that.
On the love side, would you say the love comes from the fact that both of you wrote?
Yeah, Mr. Fisher rode to a very high level at university. I think he found the sport when he was at university, and yeah, seeing him down the river is one of those times where the love does flow, so to speak.
Okay. Mr. Fisher sent me over a few words,
Few lines
in a rap
It
battle.
was during history this week, actually.
yeah,
He
definitely.
handed them over and he said,
and,
"Sorry, boys, I can't make it to the interview, but do give these to Mr. Rooter."
Okay, and this is his little catchphrase: "Float like a butterfly, swim like a fish."
Okay,
So Nat will spit some bars.
here we go. Mr. Rooter, we know who you are. You row a lot because you don't own a car. You diss history, you'll get punched into misery. Why, Rooter? You need a colouring tutor.
Very good.
Mr. Rooter.
And then Mr. Rooter fires back. Don't you, sir?
Oh, look at these. These are some well-scripted lyrics that I definitely wrote. I heard you did GCSE geography. Your disses are frankly a mockery. And it is not advanced colouring in. History just needs to get in the bin. So splash around, Mr. Fish.
Okay, this last
Page.
line.
And that's it. And well done.
Right now I could serve you on a dish. It does say right here,
Oh,
sir.
look, there you go. Pretty
On that note, of these mad bars, we're gonna wrap up.
We will inform you what happens with this heated debate.
As I say, this could get nasty, so ladies and gentlemen, stay at home, please. So thank you very much for listening to our Ousel podcast today. This is Le Triple Entendre.
Thank you very much.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
Well, that was interesting. Max,
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
it was great fun. Bit controversial from us. I'm sorry for that, but it's just got to be done. It's just that the feud between Mr. Fisher will soon be resolved, but I think there'll always be rising tensions between these two blokes.
Let's hear your verdict then, boys. We'll start with you, Charlie. History or geography?
Oh, 100% geography. As I'm following my two brothers and doing GCSE geography, I'm doing that, and history is just a bit boring, to be honest.
On the contrary, Mr. Blytheman, I'm not taking colouring in for GCSE. Personally, I'm taking a proper hardcore meaty subject for GCSE, and maybe wish to take it for A level. So that's why I'm entering for.
I'm gonna have to go with, I don't know, because I think I'm gonna keep it at even. Only because.
Come on, Will. I thought we had a deal.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'll go with geography only because I am doing.
Merciful heavens!
I'm gonna have to go with geography. that.
Geography
Department.
department. Absolutely.
So is the history though.
fantastic.
So is the
So's
history.
and
So
so's
is
RE
history,
on
so
for
is
that
RE.
matter. Yeah,
I
the
mean,
whole humanity.
Whole
we are so
humanities,
lucky to have.
we are very lucky. Now let's
Spoiled for choices.
let's get right into the news. In January, we had the CCF of RAF of the CCF, a bit of a tongue twister there, cadets going up in planes at Wittering. It must have been a pretty awesome experience, and from what I've heard, it was absolutely incredible. We had a very successful citizenship morning only a couple of days ago. That was, how did you find that, boys? We did the chocolate challenge, the business. Max, how did that go?
Well, I was really looking forward to it, seeing it was about chocolate, but I was pleasant. What are you trying to say? I was pleasantly surprised. Like it wasn't making chocolates, can't cook, but it was completely to do with business, and I really enjoyed it because there was an acting element towards.
Yeah.
It suited everyone's interest. There was art,
Drama,
English, drama. Literally
politics.
Everything.
It was
politics. It was everything. It was about making your own chocolate bar. And
Talking about. Oh no, Charlie, you want to say something?
I was just a bit disappointed about it because, my group produced a great product called the Brexit bar, and we got through, and another group involved a boy
needed.
called William Roberts,
Really?
and
Names needed?
in the advert he decided to slate Brexit bar in their advert and say it was disgusting. So
Well, truth
very
hurts, Charlie Bugman.
disgusting.
Truth hurts.
we got through, but we didn't get to perform.
Yeah.
I was quite frankly appalled. It was a mockery of the whole legal system.
Right, so we've also had Detweiler for all the arts, music, English, so creative writing, drama and art. All entries have come through. The shortlist has been announced for the English. Still got time for drama if you want to get in a monologue or a duologue. 3 minutes for monologue, 5 to 7 minutes on the duologue. So entries have gone in. Good luck to all. That should be fantastic when those all come through. We have also had lots of revising, not for us though, luckily for our year 13s and our year 11s doing their mocks for GCSEs and for A-levels. I know your
Both
brothers,
our brothers, yeah.
your brothers are doing. How was that having a brother doing revision?
Well, to be honest, I'd like to say that Tom is a extremely hard worker and just a great all-round student. But he does work hard. But he probably spends more time on a break than he does working.
Oh yeah. This is Isaac. Yeah. Mum. I've done this much. But I must have a cup of tea. Sits down. Oh, I might just get a refill.
Oh, yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, and also it's a bit like cut this bit. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay, all right. Well, we, however, you've all picked our GCSEs, yes? Okay, we'll start with you, Charlie. What have you chosen?
Obviously, I'm choosing geography, as I said earlier, and a bit of RE, some DT, because that is very good,
nice.
and
Can you not remember?
Language.
oh, Spanish. That's
Spanish,
it.
okay.
I was tied between French and Spanish.
You can go with the Spanish.
Well, I have my brother's notes for that one. So
Yep.
I'd
Don't
say
tell the
so.
exam board that. Max?
I'm doing history for the boys. RE, obviously.
Obviously.
It's just
Of course.
amazing.
Yeah.
Drama.
Yep.
Obviously again, and Spanish.
And Spanish.
Well, what are you choosing?
I'm doing drama, music, geography, and French. Those are my picks. Right, let's get into our third segment. We're gonna head to some news a little further afield, and this time we have a segment returning from the previous podcast that we have done after a lot of requests. It has returned. For our listeners today, Adam and Rob will be bringing you a slightly less formal rundown of everything news. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome back to Adam Rants. And yes, you have to put up with me again. But I've been trying to improve. I've listened to your feedback and I'm working on it. Some of the feedback may have been a bit more harsh than I was hoping, but I think some of it might be constructive. the general vibe I've gotten from these reviews is that it's boring just listening to me. So I've brought Rob.
Hello.
He's purely here, so I don't have to do all the work, but still get all the fame.
Wait a minute.
Anyway, I'll try to be more funny, less boring, lighten up a bit, and just try and cut down on the awfulness, as some of you kindly put it. Anyway, if you don't know what this segment is about, basically, I look at Twitter and BBC and I talk about what I find. So now it's Rob, and I can't really call it Adam Rants. So, any ideas for a name, Rob?
Rob and Adam rants.
No.
Two idiots ranting.
No.
Oh, I know. Stupid news.
That's actually not bad. Good idea, Rob.
Why do you sound so surprised?
Because good ideas are a rarity for you.
No, they're not.
Okay, tell the listeners about your great idea for M&S to make more money.
So, my brilliant idea is that M&S should advertise themselves as Lidl.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm kidding, Rob, that's a terrible idea.
Why?
Well, firstly, it's against the law. Anyway, Rob, what's been happening this half-term in the news?
Let's have a look. It's Brexit, and yes. Oh, Brexit.
Anything else?
A picture of an egg beats Instagram likes world record.
Oh, yes.
If you didn't hear, a picture of an egg, literally an egg off Google Images, has smashed Kylie Jenner's pictures. That got 18 million likes, getting 50 million likes. Isn't that genius?
So, what have I found? Well, the government are trying to ban freak shakes. If you don't know what a freak shake is, basically it's a milkshake, just 3 times calories. They can contain sweets, chocolates, and types of sauces.
Not very good then.
Not at all. The government is saying that they are grotesquely sugary. And I can sort of see where they're coming from. The Tobury Carving Unicorn Freak Shake has 39 teaspoons of sugar and 1,280 calories. The British Heart Foundation says someone 25 years of age would have to go for a 3-hour jog just to burn off the calories.
Well then, that stops you from drinking them. Remember that time you did this school run and you ended up
That figure's pretty shocking, but they're acting like these freak shakes are commonly eaten or drunk. They're not. They are really only seen in restaurants and are not always the first pick for people. It's not commonly consumed item, so there's no need for a ban on them.
I don't think anyone pops down to Tesco to buy one.
Yeah, definitely not.
Adam, I think someone's waving at us.
Oh yeah, that's a producer telling us we're boring them.
So yeah, thanks for listening, and I will be back next time, I hope.
Stop, cut, yeah, bye, this is stupid news, me and Rob. See you next time.
Okay, thank you, Adam and Rob. Now, we're going to get into the final part of the episode now. I think, I don't know about you listeners at home, but it's gone very quickly for us. Well, we're gonna play a little game now. It's called Top 3. Now, if you don't know how this game works, I'm going to give you a category of 3... You've got to name 3 of your best things from said category.
Oh, what a shock.
I know, pretty hard rules.
Hold the phone.
Yeah. Don't get too mixed up with these at home, especially you boys, maybe. Right, so let's get into our first top 3. Charlie, we'll start with you for top 3. Should we go with desserts or hot desserts in the dining halls?
Just desserts.
We'll go with desserts. Top 3 desserts in the dining halls.
To be honest, I'm quite...
This is hard.
It is a very tough question.
That number 3 is to go that cold dessert is the fudge cake.
Yeah. The fudge cake.
I think a tied third as for 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The name's 3, not 4, Charlie.
Sorry, a tied third is
Top 4. Top 3.
chocolate fudge cake,
Yeah.
the orange sponge, and the chocolate orange sponge. The second one
Goodness me.
is
You're going to list off the whole menu.
the hot dessert with the chocolate one. I can't remember what it's called.
What, the chocolate ripple sponge?
I think
Yeah.
it's
Or the chocolate or the
I think
marble
it's
one?
I think it's the gourmet
The chocolate ripple sponge.
the gourmet chocolate brownie.
I would say is probably the lemon sponge, but recently they put some disgusting lemon curdy stuff on it, and it's not
Yeah,
as
they've
nice.
done the lemon sponge with lemon sauce.
So
I liked it when they had the custard.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
If
but
Dining
then
Hall,
again,
Dining
it
Hall,
is
if you
more-
are listening, we do want
Take
the
away
bring
the lemon curd.
hashtag bring back the custard.
Teresa, come on, love.
Oh, we've got to get her on the pod. We've got to get her on the
Gotta
pod.
get her on the pod.
That would be class.
I mean,
Imagine
she managed
Teresa
to
on
get
the pod.
the YouTube language.
She managed to get on the. Yeah, she's obviously doing media. I wonder how much she
Yeah.
pays. Goodness me, probably high.
Yeah, we've got a tight budget, haven't we?
Okay. Max, your top three.
Right,
Please.
I've got to go with number 3. Is it the Rice Krispie cake?
Yeah, the Rice Krispie cake.
The
The cold dessert one.
yeah, the cold
Yep.
dessert.
Rice
And then-
Krispie cake.
Please be
That was
quiet,
really-
Charlie. I'm trying to. Yeah, and then number 2 is the brownie, the cold brownie,
Brownie. Yeah.
and number 1 has got to be the chocolate treacle sauce.
What's wrong with your taste buds? Chocolate treacle sauce. That's about
No,
5 of
no,
the
no,
things.
no, no,
put
no,
into one.
You know the chocolate,
Yeah.
the chocolate like cake thing.
Yeah.
with,
The ripple sponge that I said.
Oh yeah, the ripple sponge.
Okay. Right. So that's yours, Max.
What about you, Will?
Thank you, Charlie. My top.
Right, that's enough. We'll just end it.
Thank you for listening. No. My top 3. Mine's a bit different. I think I'm gonna have to go with jam sponge at 3. Jam sponge with custard at 3. Don't say ugh. Treacle tart's gonna have to be my number 2. It was on today for the boys. That's a Thursday for you guys, just showing how late we leave things. Yeah. So that would be my. And I think number 1. This is hard.
We'll spit it out.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
It's gonna. Oh, I don't want to be I don't want to be plain. I don't want to follow the crowd. But it's
You
gonna
don't
have
want
to
to
be
be basic.
I don't want to be basic, but it's gonna have to be the chocolate ripple sponge.
That
It is a classic.
typical.
Right, I think if we had to class one dessert as being the best dessert in the dining halls, I think it would have to be the chocolate sponge. Okay, top 3. We're going to second round. Top 3 teachers' facial hair. Not the teachers that have facial hair, but teachers with facial hair. No.
Who've had it
Wait,
with.
so
Top 3 teachers,
the best facial.
the best facial hair on teachers.
Mm.
Okay, Charlie, you go first.
I can't really think of much. I'd just like to say Mr. Rooters is pretty pathetic.
Oh no, you got Mr. McCleary.
Ooh, that's
Oh,
a good one.
yeah.
I think
Yeah, but
I
it's.
love
I
that.
think it's slightly uneven on one
3,
side.
because I can't really think
Kind of
of
annoys
many.
me. Yeah.
Number 3 is Mr. Rooter, even though it's very pathetic. Number 2 is going to be Mr. McCleary. I like the old.
You like
I
the little
old
tash.
swirls at the end.
Yeah.
And
Very stylish.
number 1 is going to be Mr. Gracie.
I think Mr. Gracie just.
Absolute
He just.
whopper of a
He just
beard.
contains his beard. It's
Is he-
very. Okay, Max, your 3. Sorry, Charlie.
When it's summer, Mr. Satchel likes to go.
Oh,
nice
yes, Mr.
ginger beard.
Satchel.
I was going to say that. But...
So
Okay. So number 3 is it's got to be McCleary.
Yep. Mr. McCleary.
Yeah.
Chaplin.
It's just very, very, very stylish.
Mhm.
And it's just what more could you ask for except
Yep.
a little goatee.
It's a moustache.
Yeah. We're talking about facial hair, William.
Okay,
Keep up
sorry.
with the times. Right. Okay. Now we've got number 2. It's got to be Satchwell, although he doesn't
Have it for the majority
have
of
it
the
for
year.
the majority of the year.
But it's good enough
Yeah.
to get because it's only a selective amount of time, but it's so good.
It's good enough to get all of our
It's
attention.
good
It's
enough
like,
to get all
he
of our-
walks in the dining halls and we're like, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
But when he comes
Nothing
out the
better to
dining
do.
halls, sometimes that's a bit pasta stuck in a bit. I'm joking. But number 1 is got to be.
Number 1. What's your number 1?
Gracie.
It's got to be Mr. Gracie. Yeah, got to be. It's perfectly symmetrical. Joins up with the hair. It's just anything a man could want.
Right. So my 3. My number 3 is gonna have to be. I think I'm gonna go with Mr. Gracie. I don't think it's the best. I think it's good, but I don't. I'd like Mr. Satchel as my honourable mention.
Will, it's always you, isn't it? Like,
It's
it's always
always
you
me.
stirring it up.
Different.
Mr. Gracie at 3, Mr. Satchel as my honourable mention. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Mr. McCleary. My number 1, which I've quite quiet to you both, is actually gonna be Mr. Henkins. Mr. Henkins.
Very.
I like it's very like you don't even notice it. If you see what I mean? You can't remember it,
It kind of
which
blends
is.
in.
But it's because we're just so used to it, I think.
Just do it.
Right, so we're gonna go
Right.
top 3 accents. Top 3 accents is our third and final category. Charlie, we'll go with you first.
So, are we doing like what we?
We're doing
Let's
ones that you think are you can that you hear and you think, oh, I like the sound of that. That's our type of that's.
Well, I'm very good at one accent, and I'll leave that for
Course
the
you
end. But that's a really.
Course you are.
But I don't really have many accents I really like, apart from the nice old posh accent.
Posho.
But,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like
I,
a
can I do
international
top 3
accents.
I don't like because
be different.
Top 3 school.
I don't really like the American accent. It's a bit like, yeah, I really like this. you
Yeah.
know. And the Yorkshire accent, I'm very good at this. This is the one I'm very, very good at. And
Okay.
like, they're a bit like they got a cold the whole time, you know. But then the Australian accent,
Do you not
Shout
like
out
it?
my boy Nicky Sheriff.
that's on a whole different level.
Do you not like it?
It just sounds like they're whining.
Oh, g'day.
But then Nick Sheriff, he's a very good guy.
My name's Nick Sheriff, and I
I
like to
like to
party. I've got a. You can't be a little Cockney accent, can you?
Cockney. Go on, do it then.
All right, mate.
No, that's just you,
It's
Max.
just Max Alexander.
That's Max Alexander, isn't it?
Max Alexander.
Yeah. But again, a posh accent is always great, except when it's a school chant when they're
Oh yes. Oh.
go on, Ethan.
Go on, Wadley!
Go on, Radley.
Whoa, Wadley.
Go on,
Or
Radley.
the also Bedford Modern is tragic. Yeah, modern.
Yeah,
And then
modern.
you've also got Winchester House. Go on, House.
Go on, house.
And yeah, but other than that, the posh accents it's always good.
Right, last. Are you
Last-
gonna do your number one?
I think I've got a. I do like the Australian accent as well. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go
is
with
that
it.
your number one?
Yeah, I'm
Controversial.
It's controversial, Mark, but I think it's very innovative and
You can't do it, mate.
No, you can't do it because they're going to go really high, so it's like, oh, really?
G'day. Hello.
G'day, mate.
Right, so my top 3 accents. At
Geordie,
3, I'm gonna go Geordie.
forgot about that.
I'm gonna go Geordie.
Shout out my grandparents.
At 2, I'm gonna go with South African. I love a bit of Bjorn. Mr. Bantock. Mr. Bantock.
Bjorn.
And
Or
Kim Phil.
Mr. Bantock.
And
I
Mrs.
can't
Philpott.
Sit if I can.
And Mrs. Philpott.
And Mr. Philpott. And my number 1 is actually, it's probably the accent I can do the best. It's a bit, it's Scouse. It's but I can only do, I can only do Scousing. Oh my gosh, that's so amazing.
And Stevie G.
Oh, so that is it. That is top 3. Any top 3s that you have and you think we should do for the next podcast, please email those in to the official Ousel podcast. Email those Ousel podcast, all lowercase, @gmail.com. Just a final notice for all pupils, there'll be a new geography and geology sessions happening after school on a Friday. If you don't know what those are, well, geology rocks. Geography is where it's at. Have a good half term and see you next time.